What's up, everybody? I quickly wanted to go over three things going on with Ethereum. I think it's about to rain soon, so we're gonna get these in really quickly, but we have three announcements. We're gonna go over one from the CEO of the DeVere Group, which is one of the world's largest independent financial advisory organizations. We're gonna go over another major announcement from Celsius, which is a decentralized lending and borrowing platform. We're going to go over exactly what their CEO said about Ethereum, is how it just did something very interesting in terms of Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And then at the end, we're going to talk a little bit about three technical indicators for Ethereum, which are all flashing green, very bullish for Ethereum right now. And we're also going to talk about what Jim Cramer said on CNBC just the other day, specifically about Ethereum and DeFi. So if you guys enjoy this sort of content, well, then please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications, and let's see if we get this video up to 1,000 likes. If we get to 1,000 likes, we're gonna open up Discord to everyone. Recently, I've been saying if we get to 2,000, but I wanna make it easier. I wanna open up Discord to everyone. So if we get it up to that, we'll open it up to everyone. Anyways, first things first, we're gonna go over what is going on with the DeVere Group and their CEO. So recently, the DeVere Group CEO, which came out and said, sorry, I'm walking my dog here, tugboat. But anyways, the DeVere Group CEO came out and said that it is only a matter of time before Ethereum surpasses Bitcoin in terms of market cap. He said right now that Ethereum is well on its way to being the #1 crypto. He called it the cryptoverse. He said ultimately Ethereum is unstoppable because of all of the network effects it has going for it. Because network effect is that it has all these decentralized finance applications that are being built on the platform, which will help it grow exponentially. In addition to this, he explained how right now Ethereum is seeing much faster rate of growth than Bitcoin. We're seeing Ethereum risen already over 300% for the year, while Bitcoin is only up 50%. In addition to this, he talked a little bit about ETH 2.0, which is going to move Ethereum from proof of work to proof of stake, make it much more energy efficient, and that's going to increase institutional adoption and make a lot of institutional investors want to put money into Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Lastly, the other thing he talked about in particular is what is going on with regards to the recent upgrades that took place with the London hard fork. He said how the London hard fork really changed the game for Ethereum. One of the most important upgrades that has happened in Ethereum's history. And now with EIP 1559, it essentially makes Ethereum more of a deflationary asset. And he says for this reason, it's going to make institutional investors want to get involved more than they had previously. So ultimately, he said Ethereum is unstoppable. He thinks it's only a matter of time before it surpasses Bitcoin in terms of market cap. His timeline, he says, definitely within the next 5 years. Next up, I want to go over what the Celsius CEO said about what the Celsius CEO, Tugboat, come here. What the Celsius CEO said about crypto and Ethereum in general. So Celsius CEO, he came out and said how that they have about $17 billion in assets on their platform, $17 billion in deposits. And right now, they've been seeing a dramatic shift, a flip in what has been going on with these deposits. They said that out of these $17 billion, the #1 crypto that their customers are putting money into is Ethereum. Ethereum is by far the #1 crypto that their customers are putting money into, and they've been seeing this continue to change over the last couple of months. Previously, they said Bitcoin was #1, but now we have been seeing that Ethereum is their #1 crypto on their platform. So from what he said, it's that Ethereum really has already surpassed Bitcoin in their platform in terms of being the most owned, at least. So pretty important because Celsius, while it isn't the biggest platform, it does have $17 billion in assets. And so it's exciting to see that customers are increasingly putting more money into Ethereum than into any other crypto on their platform, more than into Bitcoin, more than into Cardano, and it shows how bullish they are on Ethereum. And then lastly, I want to talk about a little bit what is going on with regards to 3 technical indicators and Jim Cramer. So something called the flippening index. Flippening index is ways in which Ethereum has surpassed Bitcoin or could surpass Bitcoin. On the flippening index, it talks about market cap. It talks specifically about total daily transactions, total daily transaction volume. It talks about transaction costs, mining revenue, basically everything. But the 3 things that have happened recently is that we have seen, let me just fix the tugboat's leash for a second. 3 things that have happened recently is we have seen Ethereum surpass Bitcoin in 3 specific areas. We have seen Ethereum surpass Bitcoin in 3 areas on this flippening index. The first is that Ethereum, for the first time within the last month, surpassed Bitcoin in terms of daily transactions. This is huge. In addition to this, we also saw it surpass Bitcoin in terms of daily transaction volumes. Those sort of go hand in hand. And then the third thing we saw, which is probably the biggest and most important aspect where Ethereum has surpassed Bitcoin, is that Ethereum surpassed Bitcoin in terms of daily active wallet addresses. And this is a big deal because this shows us that people are using Ethereum for regular everyday things and just using it more than Bitcoin for just regular use cases. And I think a lot of this has to do with what has happened with NFTs. We've seen a dramatic increase in adoption of NFTs in 2021. And for that reason, I think that's why we're seeing transaction volumes go up significantly for Ethereum. That's why we're seeing significantly more people have like active wallet addresses for Ethereum than they previously had, because in order to actually buy NFTs, you need to own Ethereum. So I think that's one of the main reasons why we're seeing a couple of these big flips. Still, Ethereum does have a smaller market cap, so hasn't yet surpassed Bitcoin there, but getting closer. And then lastly is what is going on with Jim Cramer. So recently, we've seen Jim Cramer come out on CNBC within the last 24 hours, speak specifically about Bitcoin and Ethereum and DeFi in general. So what he said is recently Jim Cramer came out and spoke about Ethereum, and he said ultimately where crypto is at right now with the adoption we have seen across the entire world, there's no way of stopping it. So there's no way of stopping it at all. And what he has been seeing is with companies like Walmart hiring a digital currency and cryptocurrency product lead, Amazon hiring a very same position as well, Apple looking for similar positions as well. With all these major tech companies and just major companies like retailers like Walmart hiring these positions, what it shows us is that it's impossible to stop widespread adoption of crypto. He said that first. After that, he talks a little bit about Ethereum, because he said with Ethereum is really the main choice among retail investors, regular everyday consumers, for their crypto of choice for purchasing items. He says we're seeing this because of really, like what we spoke about earlier, NFTs. He said ultimately right now, the reason why he got into Ethereum was because he wanted to purchase NFTs from Time Magazine. We've heard this multiple times in the past, but he says we've been seeing an increase in adoption of crypto among institutions, starting to implement strategies and more concrete plans to use crypto. And he says what we are seeing is that Ethereum is the main crypto of choice for many regular everyday consumers right now because of everything going on with NFTs. So ultimately, that's what we're seeing right now with crypto. We're seeing a dramatic increase in a couple of numbers, those 3 numbers we spoke about with regards to Ethereum surpassing Bitcoin in terms of daily transactions, Ethereum surpassing Bitcoin in daily transaction volume, which is like dollar amount, and also with Ethereum surpassing Bitcoin in daily active wallet addresses. So a lot going on here. Ultimately, I am very bullish on Ethereum. I have no plans of selling it anytime soon. I'm only going to continue to add to my positions. But I'm doing that with all my cryptos. But ultimately, the CEO of the DeVere Group, CEO of Celsius, Jim Cramer, and all the technical indicators are all saying, look, now is a great time to get into Ethereum. Doesn't matter if you get in at 3,000, doesn't matter if you get in at 3,500, doesn't matter if you get in 2,500. Best plan really is to just dollar cost average over time, but be prepared for a breakout to happen very soon. So anyways, that's what's going on. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.